Welcome back to another video. This was the 40/60 lead magnet workbook. In this, this is where the rubber meets the road. We're going to do the work essential for you to get your lead magnet sorted, right? So what is the big problem that your lead magnet solves? You fill that in here, right? Use your customer avatar workbook and understanding your product workbook to fill out the biggest problem that your product is going to solve. Now, list 3 lead magnet ideas, right? So if your product helps people lose 10 pounds of weight, let's just take a weight loss example, right? Then the first one could be 3 magic superfoods that help you lose weight, 2 supplements that help you lose weight, 5 exercises that burn 300 calories per minute or 5 minutes, right? And then you rate them from 1 to 10. Which one do you think? Okay, right now you don't have any data. You have done the workbooks. That's all the data that you have. Which one do you think has the highest score? We do that first, okay? The other 2, we do them later. The number 1, assumption, okay? You assume stuff. So marketing is basically you come up with an assumption, then you test it out into the market if there's positive feedback. So this is how it works, right? So you have an assumption, right? You assume, then you test, right? And then there's feedback, right? And then the assumption is either proven, right, or it's disproved. If it's proven, you do more of this, right? Then you don't need to test it. But you keep doing this over and over again, and this is how the loop works. You assume that this is going to get results, right? So you rate this maybe 8, then this is 10, this is 9. Then you're going to do this lead magnet first, right? So assume that this is from the customer avatar worksheet. You think this is going to work the best. Then the understanding of the product market workbook, you think that this second lead magnet will do the best. And you can I've just made a list of 3. You could literally just go in and create 10, 15 ideas because, you know, this is, again, a brain dump. All these workbooks are a brain dump for you to create these marketing messages that are going to exponentially help you get more results than the average affiliates, right? Assume, test, feedback. So decide which lead magnet you're going to create first. Then you list out the big promise that you have, right? So the big promise is either going to be, okay. So the big promise is always going to be 3 steps to whatever the goal is. And these are the templates, right? 3 steps to losing 10 pounds of weight without any fancy diets or without going to the gym in 17 days or whatever, right? And be specific, right? It has to be really, really specific. The more specific you are, the more believable it is. Just don't go crazy with this. You know, don't say something like lose 10 pounds in 2 days. That's unrealistic. People will just, okay, let me explain another concept to you. So whenever you make a claim, right? Let's say you make a claim that you can lose 10 pounds, right? In 3 days, right? This is sort of like a big claim. And imagine this is the bullshit meter. Okay. So, okay, let me fix that. This is the bullshit meter, right? This is low. This is sky high, right? And this is the needle. Whenever people come to your page, the bullshit meter is never at low. It's right around here. Whenever you make a claim, it goes here, right? 10 pounds in 3 days, they just reject the idea. But if you back it up with a claim, it goes back, right? The sweet spot is always going to be right here. It's never going to be super low, but if it's hooking them to the end, you probably will end up getting an action. But if it's super high, like 10 pounds by tomorrow, right? Yes, I actually wrote tomorrow like a millennial or a Gen Z guy, right? So if you make these claims, you have to back them up. But in most cases, unrealistic claims will automatically get rejected by people. So make claims, but they should be believable claims, right? Then another template could be a big promise, 3 secrets that the pros don't want you to know, or organizing secrets, or reversing diabetes secrets the pros don't want you to know, or something to do with the pros, really, right? These are the templates. 10x your goals, and whatever your goal is, you just replace it here. Let me just do this. 10x your profits with these 3 steps. Whatever the 3 steps are, you can list them out there, right? Then these are the templates, and if you're still not sure, what you can do is you can Google query. You can use these Google queries for ideas, right? Cheat sheet, ClickFunnels. You copy paste it into Google, and it's going to give you all the ClickFunnels pages, a lot of them which have the word cheat sheet, right? So you can draw inspiration from that. Cheat sheet Teachable, Workbook Teachable, Workbook ClickFunnels, Download Now ClickFunnels, Download Now Teachable. Look at what your market is saying. Another thing that you can do is you can also add a keyword at the end of this, right? So if you're in the weight loss, you put in weight loss plus weight loss, right? Or just put in weight loss. Google is smart enough now to understand this, right? So add keywords for if you're looking for inspiration about that. But in most cases, it should be really simple because you already know the lead magnet that you're going to create. You've already done the custom avatar workbook and you understand the product well, right? Then the next step is deciding the format. I prefer PDF. It's simple. I also do Google Sheets. Videos, infographics get a lot of, like, it takes a lot more effort. So I don't do that. But if you want to do a video, you can do that. You can do an infographic. Or it could simply be a page on your website, right? So instead of delivering the result in a PDF, you could just take them to the page, and you would also be able to track them throughout their journey because you have the pixels and the Google Analytics or something installed, and that will help you understand the way the customer is moving through your website. But I prefer PDF. Stick with PDF or Google Sheets if you're just starting out, right? Then list out the contents, 1, 2, 3, 4. If it's a weight loss product, just mention 1, 2, 3, 4, and just mention a few. Again, 40% of the solution, 40% of whatever you're doing. And this is going to come from research, right? I cannot tell you what are the ingredients, or I cannot tell you what to include in your PDF simply because there are so many niches it's just impossible to do. I've given you enough examples for you to understand, right? So vegan recipes that help you reverse wrinkles, right? So it could include, a list of superfoods and why they work, right? How soon can people expect results? And then you also say that this is 50% of it inside the PDF itself, right? To understand how to use them and the time frames, watch the hypnotic pre-selling video, right? Pre-selling video, hypnotic pre-selling. Right? So you always hook them till the end and get them to watch the pre-selling video because that is where the sale really is made. That is where the trust is built, right? A checklist for a lead magnet would be ultra specific, 20 pounds. Help me lose 20 pounds is okay. Help me lose 17 pounds in 34 days is better. New, updated 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, just including the year makes it more believable and it makes it feel like it's up to date and latest. Unique secret, the secret to doing this, or a unique way to, get 10x more leads from Facebook. Would be better than how to get leads from Facebook, right? That gets eyeballs, these words. And keep it super, super skimmable. Remember, the goal is to get people to the hypnotic pre-selling page. It delivers results in advance and moves the sale forward. 40, 60, 40, 60. Remember that, and I will talk to you in the next video.